listen to. I'm about to paint some pants for a customer, as well as some shirts, tote bags. Got some canvases and sculptures over here too.
Wednesday at 1 o'clock Chicago time. Pounding me. More material there, not just
Listen to KT.
others. And it's all free to members. YouTube. Here's the bottom line. I'm going to encourage you to subscribe to this channel here at YouTube. Kevin Trudeau's controversial stuff that so I will be putting that up. Judgment, which I talk about at the Kevin Trudeau Fan Club website. But anyway, so we got a great show today, even without your phone calls, which I was really looking forward to. If you're not a partner, by the way, in the Kevin Trudeau Fan Club, go to KevinTrudeauFanClub.com, become a partner. It's only $25 a month. Number one, it supports me, it keeps the show on the air. But every month I do a live Zoom call, live, with partners only, and you can ask all the questions. And I get a stack of questions, and I read each question, I answer each question. And when you become a partner, not only do you get the live Zoom calls every month for $25, you also get to go to the partner-only area of the Kevin Trudeau Fan Club website. And all the past Zoom calls, we are right now breaking down every question and answer and putting it there. So you can just search. I want questions on relationships. I want questions on sex. I want questions on testosterone. I want questions on aliens. I want questions on the Kevin's Secret Society, the Brotherhood. You can punch in anything, and it'll show you all of the questions that came up on that category, and you can just watch the 5, 10, 15-minute answers I gave. It's going to be a library of information, a wealth of information. It's only $25 a month, so consider becoming a partner. For those of you who are watching around the world, by the way, a lot of people think, America is a great place, and it's not a bad place. There's a lot of countries that are way worse than living in the United States of America. Yes, we have censorship. Yes, we have an out-of-control government. Yes, we have overtaxation. Yes, we have stupid politicians doing stupid things that are reducing the quality of life and standard of living for people that live in the United States. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, there's censorship. Yes, there's all these terrible things. We know that. Yes, the government uses the Justice Department and the police to terrorize people that aren't following along with the party line. We know that. We know the justice system finds people guilty that are completely innocent. We know that it's a rigged system. We know this. We know this. I mean, if those of you are watching, this is the golfer Scottie Scheffler. Scottie Scheffler is the #1 golfer in the world. He has credentials hanging from his car. He's at the golf course. Now, he's going to the golf course, and if you haven't heard the story, it was so sad that there was a vendor, I think an elderly gentleman, one of the vendors there that was working as a volunteer, I think, or working for one of the companies that was a vendor at the golf tournament. And he stepped into the bus lane and got hit by one of the shuttle buses, and the guy dies. Tragic. Horrible accident. How do you say somebody's at fault? I don't know. I wasn't there. But it's tragic. Imagine if you were the bus driver that hit the guy. How would you be feeling? Imagine if you're the guy that's dead. Well, he's probably living in paradise. But imagine if you were his spouse or family member. Imagine if you were there and watched it, the trauma that you would have. It's a terrible, terrible thing. Everybody around it. So many people were traumatized by this event. Scottie Scheffler's coming to the golf course. He doesn't know that this tragedy happened. All he knows is he's been given orders to take the car he's driving, which is a PGA labeled car with all of his credentials, golfer, let him in credentials. It's clearly marked. He's been to the golf course the day before. He does this his whole life. He knows how it works. They tell all the golfers, you can drive on the shoulder of the road, and all of the police know that when they they see that car with the credentials to wave you in. So Scotty Scheffler has been told, and the police were told, that Scotty is allowed to drive on the shoulder of the road and allowed to go into the tournament to beat the traffic. Otherwise, he'd be there for hours. All the golfers are allowed to beat the traffic and drive on the shoulder of the road. The cops say if anyone's driving on the shoulder of the road that's driving one of the PGA cars with the credentials, you allow them to pass and go into the golf course. So Scotty Scheffler drives in, and this is the account from eyewitnesses, the account of media that saw it, also the account of Scotty Scheffler, and it's not in dispute. None of this is, no one's disputing what happened, except for one little thing. So Scotty drives on the shoulder of the road. He doesn't know that there was a fatality, that a guy got hit by a bus. He doesn't know that that's one of the reasons why the massive backup in traffic. He doesn't know that. There are some other cops there that aren't part of the traffic contingency, and they don't know that golfers are allowed to go in. So they see this guy driving on the shoulder of the road, and they wave to stop him. And Scotty stops, and he was told to drive in. The cop allegedly grabs the car. Now Scotty's driving. It's an SUV, 4 doors. The cop allegedly is on the back door holding the door. Scotty drives around 20 feet. The cop allegedly gets dragged because he's trying to hold the car. You can't go in, he's screaming. Scotty says, what's going on? I was told back there by that cop that I can drive in because I have a tee time and here's all my credentials. The cop goes crazy, handcuffs him, arrests him. The other cops are seen screaming at journalists, get away from here, he's going to jail. Okay? And then he's charged with a felony of assaulting a police officer. Now look, the police do whatever they want. The judges do whatever they want. The prosecutors do whatever they want.
Listen, isn't it time?
I told the story. The jaws were hitting the ground. I said, this is what happened in the 60s. I had this ability from birth to do certain things. And Gary Spivey had an ability, he talks about that as well, how right from birth he could see energy, he could see things, he could collapse time, he could predict future, he could see the past, he could look at you and tell you about, what you were thinking and what happened in your past and what the trauma was. This was something he was born with from birth. There's a group of people that are born with, we'll call them superhuman abilities or supernatural abilities. It's really a bad term for that. It's just abilities that they have strong consciousness and awareness of them. And it has to do with the blood. It has to do with an anomaly that's in the blood. So I told this story, and in the Brotherhood, it's a private organization. I was born in 1963, by the way. It's a private organization that would pick certain people, either from a genetic bloodline family, and they were allowed to join,